Good morning, folks. How's everyone doing today? Alrighty, so don't have much going on today, but I did want to talk about the project solution, and then we've got the midterm should be open now. And I pushed out the day, the due date. So if you want to take it over break, go for it. I guess that's really going to be up to you folks then. So it starts today, and then it's due by next time we have class. So that is March 8th, because we're off on Thursday, so you have time for the midterm, and then we're off all the week after that for midwinter break. So up to you folks, however you want to spend your time. It's not too bad, I promise. But again, open book, open notes, open internet, not open neighbor. And you'll agree to that. And on the very first question. So you get like 1 free point essentially. Okay, half of the quiz style questions from these chapters here, and then 3 of those long answer style questions. And we can go from there. Let's just let NetBeans cooperate a minute here, and we'll get the project loaded up here. Project 1. Alright, so we're going to build our little Animal Craft game here with players and islands and spaces and tools and interfaces and all fun things. So we'll see how well we can get this put together here. All right, so let me start a new project. And I just got my coffee, but it's like still steaming. I don't know if you can see any of that steam going. A little bit there. Yeah, you can kind of see it. It's a little hard to see, but it's really hot. And I want to not burn my mouth here, but I really want to drink it. I have to wait. Oh, hurt. Right, let's put it in the right folder here. Oh, I don't want open project, I want new project. Didn't I hit new project? I must have hit open project. Oh, that was wrong. All right, here is project 1. Do we have a folder named project 1? Oh, that's right. I did want to open project. I am going crazy here, friends. Let's try that one more time. We did. We started off, we stubbed out a couple pieces here of it for some examples. I thought that's what we were doing. Project 1. Do you folks have anything else interesting going on this week before midwinter break? All right, so we need particular spaces here. So we need a constructor then that's going to create all of our spaces. We're going to make a island constructor here. And then we want to set up this spaces to be the new array list. Array list. Okay. Then it's ready for us to go. And then we can make this island as big as we want here. And, you know, maybe that's something we pass in the constructor or anything we want to do here. Again, didn't really specify how big. So we'll just make it, 10 by 10 or so. So we'll say for int row is 0, row is less than 10, row plus plus. We're going to take our spaces. We're going to add a new array list upside space. Okay, this becomes the first row. And then we're going to say for int column 0, column is less than 10, column plus plus. We want to take our spaces. We want to get the row index, and then we want to add a new space. Now these are all just empty spaces here, so we probably want some sort of randomness happening here, right? Where we're going to have some diggable spaces, some choppable spaces, some other sorts of things going on here. So we need to fix this up, but this for now will just be a 10 by 10 of regular spaces, right? So we need to go fix the rest of our spaces here. So let's add another interface we're going to have is choppable or something. Choppable. Is it just 1p, 2p's? Chop? I don't know. That looks wrong, but I don't actually know. I don't think choppable is choppable a word? Probably is. So we're going to have a interface for, and what do we want? These are void methods. We'll just have void chop. 2p's, okay. Choppable. So refactor, rename. Put that second p in there. Yeah, so it's no big deal. Okay, and then we'll add a new class here. Well, this will be a choppable space. And this one will extend space and implement choppable. Extend space, implements choppable. And it says, no, you don't implement the interface. So yeah, click the button, implement the interface. And we don't want to throw. Right, so we'll add chop. We'll do something with that in a little bit. Okay, and then we need another interface then for is buildable. And this one for build. And then we'll add a buildable space. That extends space and implements buildable. Now I'll say, no, you don't implement buildable. So sure, we can add a new method. Void build. Okay, so now we got some spaces here. Now let's see our base space class, the main space class. It's doing the random chance of tools here. Great, but we also need like a string for description. Now, if it's private, only we have access to change it. If we make this one protected, then our subclasses will also be able to get added here. Well, that's the level of access between private and public. Okay, so we got a hammer. We'll say, now we don't want to repeat this math random here, right, inside of other if blocks, because then we're going to get a new random number every time. So really we might want like random number equals this. Then we can say, okay, sure. Now if that random number is a 2, else if my random number is a 3, say tool equals a new tool given, what do we want to do, an axe, and else if my random number is equal to 4, then tool equals a new tool given, we got hammers for building, an axes for chopping, and we need a shovel for digging, right? Sure. And it's saying we could do a switch, or we could do a switch, but we don't really care too much. So we can get the tool. Now, once we take the tool, we probably need a way to set that there is no tool. Or maybe we just say take tool? How about that? We say take tool. So maybe instead of get tool, maybe it's take the tool, right? And that will, maybe that will return the type of tool too. I can say, here's the tool. Because we want to keep this reference here, so we're going to have the tool to take, I don't know, is the tool, and then we can say tool equals null, then we can return the tool to take. That way we won't have the tool anymore. We can return that we don't have a tool. Right? In these other cases, if we don't assign tool a value, right, it's going to be null. Right? That's really the else case here. Tool's just null. So we could add, if we wanted, like a has tool, public boolean has tool, just to make life a little easier for us. Right? I don't know. Get tool is probably easy, but we're going to have to deal with nulls here. So just know it might come back as a nothing here. There might be no tool available. And then we should also set description to be something. So we can say description is equal to an empty space. Sure. We do something like that. So space, and then in our buildable spaces now, when we go and build, oh, sorry, we have to add override. There we go, that's the part I missed. So we build, we can say our description then is going to change to, I don't know, there is a fort built on this space. Sure. The choppable space, we can set our description to, there is a tree stump, this space. And sure, we can do that, but now we probably also want to set, right, the value when we have a constructor, right, to let them know that, hey, this one is choppable. So let's add a constructor. And we'll say our description is this. There is a big tree on this space. Why not? Sure. So we'll do that for choppable space, buildable space. I don't know, maybe we'll add a nice constructor. So we'll insert a constructor, and we'll say our description, there is a nice flat place to build a fort on this space. Sure. Okay, and then we had a diggable space. We could add in a constructor here. So our description will be, there is a big pile of dirt on this space. And then when we dig it here, we can change the description to, there is a big hole in the dirt on this space. Sure. Okay, we got our interfaces, we got some spaces here. So now we can go back to island and we can make this be a little bit more random again. Right, so we can do that same sort of thing here. So we can do, for a random number is math.random, how about like times 5, I don't know, 7, 10, doesn't really matter too much here. And we want all of that then as an int, right? And then we can then say, okay, hey, if my random number is equal to a 1, we'll say, well, how about we add a new something, something, something. So add a new buildable space, and else if random number is 2, equals a 2, we'll add, how about a choppable space, and else if it's a 3, we'll add a diggable space, and just else, we'll just add a regular old space here. Right, so 1 out of 10 we get buildable, 1 out of 10 we get choppable, 1 out of 10 we get diggable. The rest are just regular spaces. And then the regular spaces might have tools. I mean, even these ones might end up with tools now because our space class, the constructor is going to run. It'll set a tool randomly, right? So maybe we want to take the tool anyway, right? Maybe in these subclasses, so there's not tools available on these other ones here. I don't know, it's a choice. Maybe we can do this. We can just call take tool. That'll remove any tool, right? Just in case we want to. And then let's do our other ones here too. Why not? I don't know, totally up to you. Maybe your island or your other spaces have tools, but maybe they're empty. Doesn't matter too much. Okay, so we've got that. So we got the island. So this will set up all of our random islands. We can, our spaces, we can get a space out of the island here. Then player, then, right, to have an island, so we need a constructor then. So public player, island equals a new island. And then our current row is probably 0. Current row, current column. And make those zeros, and then our tools equals a new array list. Empty, type tool, ready for us to go. Too many parentheses there. There we go. Okay, so we can add tools. There we can get the space that we're currently on by asking the island what space we're currently on. Now we need to see, okay, can we do all sorts of things, right? So how about public boolean can dig in current space? Sure, why not? So first we need to see if our current space, right, is diggable, and then we need to see if we have a shovel, right? So we want to say a public boolean has tool given a string for the tool name. So we want to loop through. We're going to say for tool in tools. If tool dot now oops tool, where's our tool class? Tool needs a get name, right? We need a way to get the name back out. Because we can set the name, but I need a way to go get it now. We'll insert a get name. Tool dot get name dot equals, ignoring case. The tool name we're looking for will return true. If we've gone through the entire loop, we haven't returned true, we can return false, we don't have the tool. Right? Okay, so now we want to say, is that space a diggable space? Right, so our space, current space is equal to get current space. Sure, why not? We have a method for it here. and then we're going to try and cast that as a type. So we can either look at the interfaces or we can do the casting as a diggable space. Either way should work. So we can try and say, hey, we want a diggable space. Diggable space equals, and we'll cast a diggable space, the current space. You know, like we could just do this, get current space. It's probably faster. So sure, hey, let's try and cast the current space as the diggable space, and if my diggable space is not null, if it does exist, then we're going to return has tool given a shovel. Otherwise, we return false. And so if we can cast it as a diggable space, then let's see if it's not null. It did properly cast, and then we'll see if we have the shovel tool. Otherwise, we'll return false. And we can do this for can chop in current space, right, with the choppable space. If we have a axe, and we can do it with building with a hammer. And build with a buildable space and a hammer. Okay, so we can check and see if we can do these sorts of things. Yeah, so you have the casting option, or you have the checking the interfaces option. I think we looked at both of those. Hopefully my coffee's not too hot now. All right, good. Good, that's not too bad. Okay. Now these are all can dig, can. Now if we actually want to dig, right, we're basically repeating a lot of this here. But how about dig in current space? Right? Sure. And then we might as well just say if we can dig. We'll call our diggable space .dig. Maybe we do that first. Right, so if we can dig, and now I think we can just do a void method here. We'll just go dig on it. We'll say, hey, if we can dig, go cast it again, call the dig method. Not the most interesting function here, but sure. And then we're not going to try and dig somewhere we're not supposed to be able to dig here. And we'll have chop in current space, given the choppable space. Oops, oh goodness, I got to rename all of these, don't I? Lowercase choppable dot chop. Yep, okay, that's choppable space, and this should be buildable space, lowercase b, and buildable space, okay. And then we'll have a build space. So build in current space. Build and can build in current space. So if we can build, we'll go build it. If we can chop, we'll go chop it. No, that's can chop. If we can chop, we'll go chop it. Right, just one last little sanity check, making sure we can do all these things properly and not get too messed up. Okay, so we can go get those out here. We can get our current space, great. We can add a tool. We can see if we have a tool. Let's see, what else do we want to do here then? How about go up, go down, go left, and right, go right. So public boolean go up. So we'll take our current row minus minus, but we only want to do that, right, if we're going to be within bounds. So if current row is greater than 0, right, we'll go up a row, and then maybe we return true. Otherwise, we return false. Right? To go up, we just take a row down by 1. We could do like go down. Now we can only do that if our row is less than my island dot. Well, we don't have a good way to ask the island how big it is, right? So we should add some methods to the island to figure out how big we are, right? So public int get total rows or something, I don't know. Return my spaces dot length. Or size, is it size? Size. And public int get row size or something? I don't know. Is that, how about for an int for row? So return spaces dot get the row number dot size. Size, not hash code. Right, like how wide is this one here? So we know. I think that works. So then our player then can ask his island. So island.get row size. No, get total rows. So if we're less than that, minus, oh my goodness, well, less than that minus 1 would mean, so if we had 10 rows, right, we're going to say, are we less than 9? Because then there's room to move to 9. Okay, that should work. Plus, plus. Okay, and then we'll go left and go right. We're going to take our current column is greater than 0. That was pretty easy. Right, we'll take the current columns down by 1. Now going right, then we need to be less than my island.get row size given the current row minus 1. Right, so if we're 10 wide, right, we want to be at less than 9 to make sure there's room to go over to column 9. So making sure we can go up, go down, go left, go right. We can kind of navigate around a little bit here. Let's see, what else do we have? So player has the island, list of tools. Island has all the spaces. Space class has description, random chance of there being a tool. That's okay, Tresource. I mean, anything that works. There's lots of different ways we can go about this here. But the classes need to interact with each other is the idea here. And our interfaces, they can move around their island, the description of the space, the tools they can pick up tools. If they have the correct tool, they can use the interface. Okay, so I think we can move around our island then. I think we can interact with it here. Okay. Yeah, I mean, so the main part can have that loop of like, hey, let's keep playing here for sure. I think we're ready to start writing that main loop here. Oh yeah, we did some of this stuff we did. Hey, if it's oh, instance of. Oh yeah, look at that. We did that even nicer then, right? Wow, that's cool. Look at that. Okay, so we can get rid of this array list of spaces. We can get rid of the space loop. Should we fix all these instance of things? I don't know. I think it's fine doing the other bit here. I think our length is fine, right? Let's see what this says here, because I don't remember now. That's how it's been. If it's an instance of okay, no, none of that. That's fine. I think what we did works here. This should be fine too if you checked if here. That's okay. Because we still need to do the casting step. But okay, that's fine. So we don't need the tools. We have the player. All right, so we start a new player here in that player constructor. Then we'll make a new island. The island constructor will go set up all the spaces, make all the spaces here, add to its island. Okay, so we should be pretty good there once we make a player. And then we can do some sort of loop as long as they want to keep on playing. How about so a string for action equals something, and while action equal ignoring case is quit. So as long as it's not quit, we can keep on playing our game. Welcome to Animal Craft. Right, and then we'll ask them what they want to do, that sort of thing. So we're going to need a scanner. Well, keyboard equals a new scanner. Given system in. Add our imports for scanner. Not a breakpoint, the import there. I don't think we need array list right now. Okay, I just added the import here. Wake up, wake up. All right, so we can tell them, hey, so you are currently, I don't know, do we want to get like current row and current column or something? We could, or we could just tell them on an island. I don't know. Get their current space. I don't know. But we got lots of options here. So how about we tell them player.get current space. Oh, we don't have a get description. Oh goodness. The space class needs a way we can get that description back out. So we've got description, but we need a get description. Let's insert that get. Right. And okay, so we want to get the description. So you are standing on get current space, get description, sure. And then we want to say like if the player get current space dot get tool does not equal null, right? Then we can go get the tool out, I guess, or maybe we set that as a tool. Tool is this. And if the tool is not null, then we can also say there is a tool.getName. Sure. Why is it still not like scanner? Importing. Okay, let me like get rid of the import line for a second. Add the import line back. I think it's just confused. Let me see, like maybe it'll build. Okay, sure. This compile and save thing is dumb. Not my friends are. Let's see. Nope. Build failed. I'll delete my properties file. I messed something up, friends. I don't know what we did. Can I just run it? Like, scanner should not be what's... Oh, there we go. Okay, good. We got an infinite loop here. Good. I forgot to ask them what they want to do. So, all right, building now. So eventually we'll ask them what they want to do, right? Versions of NetBeans is not happening. I know. So we'll ask them, what do you want to do? What to do? And then we'll have their action is keyboard.nextLine. Right, then we can check now if our action is pickup tool. Action equals ignoring case. Pickup tool. I don't know. Is that It should be more specific here, like pick up axe, pick up hammer, pick up shovel. I guess it could be. We'll just say pick up here. How about that? We'll say player dot tools. Yeah, player dot add tool given the tool. Right. How about pick up and okay? So if tool does not equal null, then we'll pick it up. Otherwise, maybe we tell them there is no tool pick up. Sure. How about that? So there's our first action. Else if our action equals ignoring case. No, equals ignoring case. If it is go up, we'll call player.go up. Or maybe like if player go up, you go up. Otherwise, you can't go up. Sure, why not? And we can rinse and repeat this for the other ones. There's our else here. Oh, did I have too many? I think I missed a curly brace somewhere. Yeah, I don't have NetBeans 8.2. This is 12.6, should be the latest one. We'll have up, we'll have go down, try and go down, you go down, or you can't go down, and then we'll have go right and go left, go right, you go right, can't go right, you go right, oh my goodness. Else if it's go left, you go left, can't go left, go left. Sure. I feel like that could be done a little bit nicer here, but I'm not thinking of it right now. Like this, you go, you can't go. Could probably do all of that somehow off of some variable, right? We could, right? We should be able to do that. I don't know. Is that worth it to save like one line? Not sure. Maybe it would be. Okay, so we can go up, we can go down, we can pick up, and then we can try building, right? So else if my action equals ignoring case is build, we'll say if player.can build, then we'll say player.build. Otherwise, and then tell them we built on it. You built a fort. You can't build here. And I don't know, we could be more specific that the place isn't buildable or they don't have the right tool or I mean anything we want here. We can make it cleaner later. So we build, chop, can chop, 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 in current space, you chop down a tree, can't chop here. Stuff like RPG Maker. And build, chop, and dig. Can we dig? We'll dig in our current space. You dig a hole. You can't dig here. Sure. Okay, so those are our actions then. We can navigate around, we can use our tools. Still don't know why it's mad about that. Probably just need to restart NetBeans, but let's see if it works. Oh, we probably should have added an else here. So we're standing in that empty space. I'm gonna dig. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yep. Space cannot be cast. Oh, I did it wrong. Can't be cast. Okay. So we were supposed to do it the other way. Oops. Dig, 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 dig. All right, player we messed you up, player. So before we can cast then, oh friends. All right, so if get current space is instance of, all right, instance of buildable space, then we'll cast it as a buildable space. And if it's not, then, yeah, okay, so we can skip that part then. So then we'll return. Oh yeah, we don't even need to cast it here, right, to do that, to return if we have a hammer. There we go. So I guess then, and, right, and has tool hammer. Let's return that. There we go. If it's instance of a buildable space and we has tool for hammer. Okay, we can do that. Cool. All right, we'll copy this for our other ones here then. It's a little long. Let's bump it down one line because, sure, why not? Okay, and then we want axe and choppable space. Choppable space and axe. And diggable space and shovel. Okay. Then if it is, then we can go do the casting and try our actions. Let's try that. See if that works any better. You have to make the painting tools, the canvas, and the easel. You know, there's a lot of things that you don't need to build from scratch, but we're building things from scratch to kind of learn how some of these things work. We'll have a lot of fun with animal craft too. So dig, we can't dig here. Chop, we can't chop here. Build, we can't build here. Good. Oh, how about like a list of tools maybe? And there's no tool here, so pick up. There's no tool to pick up. Okay, looking good so far. So how about go down? You go down, you're standing on an empty space. Let's go down. There's an axe. Okay, so pick up. Should have picked it up here. So why did it not pick it up? Let's see. So player. No, our game here, if we wanted to pick up a tool. Oh, we added the tool, but then we forgot to change that in a space here. So we want player. Get current space. I guess we have the current space, don't we? We have our current space up here. Nope, we don't. We just have player get current space. Take tool. There we go. So player dot add tool take tool. Right, and take tool will then go set that to null. That'll be nicer here. Okay, and now we have a else if our action equals ignoring case. How about we say like backpack? Why not here? And we'll go for tool in tools. And we'll say what's in you have, or your backpack has maybe. Backpack has, and then we'll say tool get name. Oh, we already have tool defined. All right, sure. How about my tool? No, we don't have tools. Uh-oh. We need player.get tools. Oh, we don't have a get tools method. Okay, let's go add that then. Anyway, we can get that list of tools then. Right, so we'll insert a getter for tools. Now, one thing when we're dealing with array lists, I don't know how much we actually covered any of this. If you give them the reference to your array lists, they can go change it. So generally, we want to make a copy of this here. Oh, come on. Why is that not doing a nice copy? I do a new array list type tool given tools. Is that how we make a copy? Let's see. Let's double check this here. Java make copy of array list. I think we did that. Collection copy? Copy of array list? Yeah, new list, old list. Okay, I think that'll work here. Probably just more proper, just to avoid giving a reference. So this makes a copy. And maybe you do want to do that, but this way they're not going to be able to go mess with our tools once we do that. Like, we want to try and keep all these things together. Maybe this works, but get tools. All right, now we can print out the my tool, get name. So list all the tools that we have. And then our last else is, you can't do that, I don't know. Sure, why not? We don't really have a help either. Maybe we should have a help in here. Should we have a help? You can have a help. Else if action equals ignoring case is help. You can dig, chop, build, pick up, go north, or go up, go down, go left, go right, backpack, backpack, sure. And I guess that's all we can do. We can add more commands later, but that's probably good for now. Let's try it again. I guess quit should be an option in here too, right? She told me you can quit. All right, we'll come back to that. All right, how about help? All right, yada yada yada. We can't do that. Stand in empty space. There's the hammer, so we have to pick up. Okay, we're standing on empty space now. Cool. Backpack. Your backpack has hammer. Awesome. We're standing in empty space. Go down. Go down. There's a nice flat place to build. All right, we have a hammer. Let's build. You built the fort. You're standing on, there's a fort built on this space. Oh, okay. Well, our descriptions are a little bit funny here, but that's not too bad. What do you want to do? Go right. You're standing in empty space. There's a shovel. Let's pick up the shovel. Okay, you're standing in empty space. What do you want to do? Go down. Go down. Go down. Go down. There's an axe. Cool, we found an axe. So I think we have all of our tools, right? We have a hammer, a shovel, and an axe. Cool. Let's go down. It's a big tree. You want to chop? The tree stump in this space. Okay, cool. What do you want to do? Go down. There's a hammer. And we don't really care because we already have one, right? So go down. Nice flat place to build. We've already built before. Go down. You can't go down. Okay, go left. Go left. Can't go left. Go right. Go right. Go right. Pile of dirt. There we go. We can dig a big hole in the dirt. So I think we've done all this here. Oh, that's fine. Okay, digital. That works too. So like, if there's a tool in that space, that's all right. No problem. That's definitely one way to do it. It's probably more interesting to carry the tools around, but I mean, interesting is a bit of a stretch anyway when we're talking about this terrible game here. I'm gonna make it quit. Great. You can't do that. Oops. How about if it's not quit? I should probably update that one too. Else if sure, we can also add quit, and then I don't know if action is not quit here equals lower case. If it's not quit, sure. Or we could have quit be its own separate thing here. It doesn't matter really one way or the other, but this is a little bit ugly, I guess, but it's probably okay. This quit's valid. Right, so you can navigate around. You can't do that. You're not allowed to quit. No leaving our terrible game here. right, let's see, do we hit all of the objectives? Take a look at our rubric. Pretend we're doing a self-assessment. We have a player class, we have an island class with spaces, we have the space class with attributes, common methods. Sure. Can I have items? Yep. A space subclass implements interfaces, adds new functionality. Interfaces for the space to implement, define the method used to interact, and able to navigate around the island, interact with the island. So there was only 2 points, being able to actually move around the island. You know, the overall scheme of things, like just having the classes out here and available, was just playing with some of these classes, using some inheritance, doing some interfaces, those sorts of things. Just trying to have fun with those. I guess we didn't even treat them as interfaces. We treated them as their specific types. So I guess was probably improper. Probably would have been better to cast them as their interface types. So let's go. We should fix that, right? Because we don't need to know their specific types here. We want like is diggable and is choppable and is buildable. And then we'll cast them as their type. So this is buildable. Here, we can build on it, and is choppable. That's sort of the idea, right? We want to be able to just use it as the interface type. We don't need to know the specific subtype. Sorry, we should have done that. Is diggable. So I can change my methods around and maybe even have a class that does more than one. Right? Maybe you could dig a hole and build something, or I don't know. You can do all sorts of fun stuff here. But let's work with the interface types and make sure that works. Pick up, build, dig, chop. All right, we can't do any of that, but let's see. Go down. We find what we can. Pick up, go down. Pick up, go down. Go down, pick up, go down, pick up, go down. All right, big pile of dirt. There we go. So let's dig. Uh-oh. Backpack. We don't have a shovel. Uh-oh. Go down, go down, build. We built a fort. Right? Oh, we got a lot of hammers. So, okay, so again, using those interface types is probably more proper, because that way we don't need to know the specific implementation. And later we can go change around other spaces if we wanted to, and do all sorts of other fun stuff with it. And add other rules, and, you know, hey, when you build on, or you chop this space down, and, you know, other fun things happen. Maybe one of the choppable spaces, the Lorax pops out and yells at you, and you get a scolding or something. All right, so let's open up GitHub. Here, we'll commit this project. How'd it go for you folks? I know a lot of chat saying it was a mess, but it's okay if it's a mess, right? There's lots of ways of going about solving these here. There's not necessarily a right way. And, you know, it is an art. It takes some practice, and that's why we're practicing all the time. You know, trying to figure out how we can make these classes talk to each other. And that's sort of the idea here. We want to not have one big, long, ugly main here. We want the classes to do the work for us here, and main just is like, hey, okay, this lets us stay in a loop here and asks the whoever's at the keyboard what they want to do. But all these classes then we could lift and shift into a mobile application or a graphical user interface application or a web application if we so cared to. Remember, classes should not have any input and output. Right? Anything that's being really that you would essentially want as input should be as an argument, and it should return values. The classes shouldn't do any system out print line stuff, because the class has no idea if it's going to actually be used in the console or not. The class shouldn't care. Right? So the class shouldn't depend on using system out print lines anywhere. You want all that to happen. Well, I know if I'm going to run main here, I'm going to system out print line. I know if I'm going to run a Java FX application, right? All of that's going to be in my GUI. Those sorts of things here. So we should be able to re-implement this in a graphical user interface application for the next project if we cared to. Because we have all the classes here. Right? The only thing that needs to change is now we'll add some buttons. So buttons can light up, turn on, turn off, instead of having the user to do things. We can say, okay, hey, if we can go left, right, then we'll light up a left button, that sort of thing. So we got lots of choices here. Ooh, maybe we can add some like can go lefts instead of go down, because otherwise the buttons are going to be a little funny. Oh, but we got choices here. So let's do 2151. Let's do project 1. We'll get all this. All right, so we've got the rest of today, and we have all of Thursday for the midterm, and then we've got break. You folks should have a lot of fun. Hopefully get a nice break in if you're getting your midterm done. And ask me questions, comments, concerns. I've not got the stuff graded. I'm sorry. I will do this. I'm so sorry those are hanging. It seems like just one thing keeps coming up after another, but I'll get these ones scored for you here. I know these were just in today, but all the project zeros are out. Man, that's like 2 weeks, more than 2 weeks late. Shoot. Oh, that's a bummer. I'll be working on those. I'm sorry. And then I gotta get your labs in. It's been a while, so hopefully we'll get caught up over break here for you. Okay. All right, let me know if you have any thoughts, any questions, any concerns. Let me know what I can do for you. And if not, let's see, we can actually take this one out. Oh, it looks like we've got Lab 7 due on Thursday as well. Don't forget about that. Let's take this event out. Delete. Just this event. Select the occurrence. And then we need to take out, oh goodness, that's the whole calendar. I don't want everything. Yeah, we can delete everything from next week, right? Because we're on break. Definitely don't have these. Delete. Selected occurrence. Delete. Selected occurrence. Delete. Selected occurrence. Uh-oh. Did I delete the wrong thing? It all disappeared now. I did, and all future ones. Oh, I picked the wrong option. I just messed up the calendar. Well, crap. Oh boy. Okay, that's all right. We'll fix that later, I guess. Delete. Yep. Yeah, that was the wrong one. Sorry, we have no more class, right? We're done. We're done. Delete only this occurrence. My friends, this is why we should not do this while we're tired. I still have on the first. Oh, the midterm. Okay, that's fine. All right, we'll put all those back. Let's see. So that is then, oh goodness. No one uses the calendar anyway, right? Okay, so we're going to start back up on the 8th then, right? It's fine. This is fine. CIS 2151 lecture on Twitch channel. And recurrences. This is it from 10 to 11:30 weekly, Tuesdays and Thursdays until we are done April 28th, right? I believe. Look at that, I fixed it. There we go, Tuesday, Thursdays. Okay, we're back. We're back. See? Okay. I'll just have to go fix the other classes I deleted. I still have the night ones though. Okay, I didn't delete those ones, so I just have my other morning one to fix. Okay, I'll take care of that later. You folks all set then? I am going to go make some more coffee. All right, take care. Let me know what I can do to help, and I'll see you in a couple weeks then, folks.